Tonight, a controversial injunction, the legal halt to Saskatchewan's pronoun policy in schools. A judge presses pause, but the premier vows to press on.
We were dismayed with what we see as the judicial overreach in this case.
The wider implications for students and families across the country.
Irreparable harm would be suffered.
Alleged death threats against a prominent Sikh activist.
He was given a duty to warn.
The warning from police months after the killing of a community leader. Plus, banding together for rock royalty.
This is an awesome event to be all together accepting.
An epic induction ceremony for legendary Canadian acts.
CTV National News with Omar Sachedina. Reporting tonight, Heather Butts.
Good evening. Saskatchewan's premier says he'll overrule a court decision that went against his government about children who change their pronouns at school. A judge ruled today the protection of these youth surpasses that interest expressed by the government pending a full and complete hearing. Scott Moe says a parent's permission should be required and that he'll even use the notwithstanding clause to get his way. CTV's Bill Fortier starts us off as similar debates take place across the country.
In a school year that's already seen clashes over gender and sexual diversity in the classroom, today a Saskatchewan judge delivered a blow to that province's new pronoun policy.
So we're grateful for that ruling. It's the right decision. The policy should not go into force.
The organization Your Pride argued for an injunction against the policy enacted last month that requires parental consent for anyone under 16 to change their name or gender identity at school. Today, a judge granted the injunction. In his decision, Justice Michael McGaw wrote, "I'm satisfied that those individuals affected by this policy will suffer irreparable harm." Critics of the controversial school policy have argued it would violate students' charter rights and force teachers to out students to their parents.
Ultimately, the decision of when and how to come out to one's parents is a deeply personal decision of intense importance to any LGBTQ2S+ person.
You know, we were dismayed with what we see as the judicial overreach.
The Saskatchewan government is firing back. Premier Scott Moe promising to use the notwithstanding clause next month to bypass the courts and force the policy through.
This will be the focus of reconvening the legislature, is to introduce and pass this piece of legislation on parental rights, protecting parental rights.
Last week, thousands rallied across Canada against what they call gender ideology in schools. And at a school board meeting this week in Abbotsford, BC, police had to escort trustees out of the building when it was disrupted by hundreds. The Saskatchewan group that applied for the injunction has also filed a constitutional challenge against the school policy. That argument will be heard in a courtroom in November. Heather.
Bill Fortier for us tonight. The friend of a Sikh activist who was shot to death in BC says police warned him about a threat to his own life. Gurmeet Singh Toor claims officers advised him to avoid gatherings and move to a safer location. CTV's Kevin Gallagher reports.
At this Sikh temple where activist Hardeep Singh Nijjar was gunned down 3 months ago, his friend says he's now facing death threats.
August 24
Through a translator, Gurmeet Singh Toor says he was surprised when police officers knocked on his door in late August. They served him with this duty to warn notice, saying his life may be in peril without providing specific details of the threat. The RCMP has not confirmed this information.
Canada has declared its deep concerns to the...
Nearly 2 weeks ago, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced Canada suspects agents of India were linked to Nijjar's murder. Toor believes India is behind the threats to his life because he worked with Nijjar to advocate for a part of India to become an independent Sikh state known as Khalistan, a movement he says is peaceful, but the Indian government says is linked to terrorism.
India is concerned, legitimately. Would you not be concerned if there were Quebecois living in Delhi and doing this, sitting in Delhi to dismember Canada?
Tensions remain high between New Delhi and Ottawa, as this week Indian hackers took credit for disrupting Canadian government websites. The Prime Minister says key allies are raising concerns with India.
Yes, the Americans have been with us in speaking to the Indian government.
Trudeau says he had assurances U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken confronted India's external affairs minister behind closed doors today, though it's tough to tell from this public statement.
It's a pleasure to welcome my friend and colleague, Foreign Minister Jaishankar, here to the State Department.
Tor says he believes going public with these threats will make him safer, as he says police have already been called to his home several times after he spotted people taking photographs of his house. Heather?
Thanks, Kevin. Governor General Mary Simon has weighed in on the tribute to a man with Nazi ties in Parliament in an interview that will air on CTV's Question Period.
I can't really imagine how it happened or why it happened, but I believe it was a real shock.
Was it embarrassing at all, do you think, for our country that this happened?
Yes, it was very embarrassing.
There are some new details tonight on how it happened. Here's CTV's Judy Trin.
2 standing ovations for 98-year-old Yaroslav Hunka. Then his past as a volunteer soldier with a Nazi unit surfaced. A Conservative MP wants a parliamentary committee to probe the Speaker's vetting process.
I proposed a study whereby we talked to several agencies to get to the bottom.
Anthony Rhoda invited the World War II veteran to sit in his gallery after receiving a request from Hunka's son through his constituency office. Hunka immigrated to Canada in 1954.
We know about Mr. Hunka because he wound up being lauded on the floor of Parliament in this incredibly egregious situation. But how many more are there?
The exact number of Nazi collaborators in Canada is unknown, but when it comes to reopening classified Holocaust records to find out, the Justice Minister is non-committal.
What I will always support is ensuring that people who've perpetrated war crimes or crimes against humanity or crimes like genocide are brought to justice.
Meanwhile, the University of Alberta has returned a $30,000 endowment donated by Hunka's family. It says it recognizes and regrets the unintended harm caused. Edmonton is also home to monuments honoring the SS Galicia, Hunka's unit. Jewish advocacy groups want them torn down.
They're both put up by private organizations. I would hope that they would watch what has been discussed over the last number of days and just reflect on what message that's sending, not only to Albertans and Canadians, but to the Jewish community, and do the right thing.
Documents also show that in 2007, the Ukrainian-Canadian Congress recognized Hunka and 63 others in his unit and awarded them medals for fighting for Ukraine's independence. In a statement, the Ukrainian-Canadian Congress said the Hunka incident has brought forward difficult and painful pages of its history. It emphasized that today, Ukraine is defending its freedom against the specter of Russian genocide. Heather.
Judy Trin in Ottawa. British Columbia is reinstating mask requirements in healthcare facilities amid rising flu and COVID cases. Masks must be worn by all healthcare workers, volunteers, and visitors in patient care areas starting next week.
We know that people who are most vulnerable, elders and seniors in long-term care, people are in hospital for a variety of reasons, many of whom are immune compromised or older. They're the people who need this protection the most.
Dr. Bonnie Henry also encouraged updated flu and COVID-19 vaccines as another layer of protection. And today, Health Canada approved the new Pfizer vaccine for people 6 months and older. The mRNA shot targets the Omicron XBB.1.5 subvariant that is circulating in Canada. Canada's military police watchdog is launching a probe into how investigators handled a high-profile sexual assault allegation against a senior officer. CTV's Annie Bergeron-Oliver explains.
Nearly 2 years ago, Major Christian Heiston died by suicide weeks after military police laid sexual assault charges against him. His family has repeatedly alleged military police made mistakes in their investigation that lasted less than a week. Today, an independent oversight body, the Military Police Complaints Commission, revealed it's looking into the case.
A lot of people accused of sexual misconduct have complained about some incompetence and lack of due process on the part of the military police, and that is very important to look into that so that everyone can get justice or due process.
The so-called public interest investigation will review how Heiston's case was handled. It's being launched after his family filed complaints last year, along with a military police officer who alleged a warrant officer on duty did not ask the female victim if she preferred to be interviewed by a woman, and complained she wasn't going to the local civilian police force. The military police also claims a sergeant sought to assist with the investigation while intoxicated.
That's a very serious allegation. It needs to be thoroughly investigated. And if evidence indicates that that is in fact what has taken place, then it does require remedial action.
The lawyer representing Heiston's family says his clients want answers and transparency after what they say are years of military investigations shrouded in secrecy and delay.
We're looking for a sufficiently robust investigation that we can have confidence in the findings, because thus far, nothing the military police have done has instilled any level of confidence in any of the processes taken thus far.
The Military Police Complaints Commission will make its final report public, but any recommendations are non-binding, which means the Defense Department nor the military are required to implement any of the suggested changes. Heather?
All right, thanks, Annie. An American soldier who sprinted into North Korea across the heavily fortified border 2 months ago is now back on U.S. soil. Private Travis King touched down at a Texas Army base where the 23-year-old will undergo medical checks and interviews. The White House says King's return was facilitated by Sweden and China. The first hearing in the impeachment inquiry launched by House Republicans against Joe Biden took place today.
The Committee on Oversight and Accountability will come to order.
Republican leaders accuse Biden of benefiting from improper business deals made by his son Hunter, but even their own witnesses admit that so far there is no hard evidence against the president.
I do not believe that the current evidence would support articles of impeachment. That is something that an inquiry has to establish.
Democrats say the inquiry is purely political.
This is an embarrassment.
And only meant to hurt Biden ahead of next year's election. The separatist government of Nagorno-Karabakh says it will dissolve itself after a 3-decade bid for independence. The move follows Azerbaijan's lightning offensive last week to reclaim full control of the territory. The conflict has led to the mass exodus of ethnic Armenians. More than 78,000 have fled the breakaway region. CTV's Adrian Gobriel reports.
This is the satellite image of a humanitarian crisis.
People are loading in trucks just to cross the border.
From the Armenian capital, Canadian Rafi Niziblian has been trying to help those making the treacherous 24-hour journey.
Arrived hungry, disoriented, broken.
The landlocked region of Nagorno-Karabakh has been disputed for decades, internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan, but home to 120,000 ethnic Armenians who claimed independence in 1991. Following years of conflict, last Tuesday, Azerbaijan launched a large-scale 24-hour military offensive, triggering a mass migration of Armenians who are fleeing for their lives. The president of the breakaway Armenian region has since signed a decree to dissolve all state institutions. Nagorno-Karabakh will cease to exist by the end of this year.
It's heartbreak, devastation, frustration, anger.
Canadian-Armenian Savan Hadjiartinian has been desperately trying to contact loved ones caught in the conflict.
I think there's a lot of people unaccounted for.
For Hadjiartinian, the fall of Nagorno-Karabakh cuts deep. Her friend, Canadian Christopher Artine, was killed fighting against the Azerbaijan military in 2020.
I wish I could say that he gave his life and we kept our country.
The Canadian government has pledged $2.5 million in humanitarian assistance. Many say it's too little, too late. Azerbaijan had closed the sole road connecting Nagorno-Karabakh with Armenia in December of 2022, cutting off food and aid to ethnic Armenians for the last 10 months.
My hope is that humanity will prevail. Humanity will win, because that's the only hope that we have left.
Tonight, the road ahead for tens of thousands of refugees is filled with uncertainty.
The immediate hope of those we've spoken with here is that everyone finds safe passage. Heather.
Adrian Gobriel in Toronto. After the break, charging an electric future.
Canada put itself on a level playing field.
The massive multi-billion-dollar battery plant revving up Quebec. Plus, remembering the magical legacy of actor Michael Gambon. We have an update on that major battery plant in Quebec we first told you about last night. A Swedish company is behind the $7 billion factory near Montreal, lured by the province and Ottawa. Here's CTV's Quebec Bureau Chief Geneviève Bushman.
With signatures on a battery cell, Canada announced its latest multi-billion-dollar boost to energy transition. This site in McMasterville, south of Montreal, the size of over 300 football fields, will be home to a Swedish company, Northvolt. It manufactures electric vehicle battery cells and is run by 2 former Tesla executives, vowing to be among the greenest battery makers in the world.
We were looking at almost every state in the United States, but we couldn't help glancing at Quebec.
In part, he says, because of the province's clean energy hydropower. But there was also the promise of up to $2.9 billion in financing from Quebec and $4.4 billion from Ottawa.
Canada put itself on a level playing field with what the United States has been doing.
The price tag is massive. Northvolt is a young company, and observers say it still has to prove it can ramp up production in North America to equip 1 million electric cars a year. But according to Ottawa, the investment will pay off.
This is part of our vision for a stronger economy for generations to come.
The race to build a complete EV battery supply chain, from mining critical minerals to putting batteries in cars, is competitive.
I think in the past 2 years after COVID, we realize how important the proximity and the resiliency of our supply chain are super important.
In its first phase, Northvolt says it will hire 3,000 workers at the plant and spark 10,000 indirect jobs. Canada's Science and Innovation Minister shared his first text with Northvolt from May 2022.
I think we can be your partner of choice to build the greenest battery in the world. And from that vision, you chose Quebec among more than 70 jurisdictions in the world.
The first battery is expected to roll off the assembly line in 2026. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.
Coming up later in the show. A rockin' red carpet as some Canadian musical legends are inducted into the Walk of Fame.
Don't forget me when I'm gone.
Ceremonies were held across the country today ahead of the 3rd annual National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. It's designed to recognize the cruel legacy of the residential school system. Here's CTV's Donna Sound.
Truth and reconciliation starts with knowledge. The earlier it's taught, the better.
5 flags to place.
In Halifax, 500 students place orange flags on the site of a former residential school in the shape of a heart to honor survivors and those children who died.
When I was putting on the flags, I was thinking about all the people who have passed, who didn't get to keep on going.
An arena in Ottawa was also filled with orange shirts, with thousands of students, along with singer Julie Black.
On native land.
She received international attention earlier this year for changing the national anthem.
The lyric change brought me here. The feedback has been unreal.
Education takes a lot of money.
The need is greater than the funds we have.
We're making change.
In Toronto, the Beyond Reconciliation campaign was announced, aimed at raising $100 million.
We are making our contribution of $5 million and calling on corporate Canada to also come in and support the foundation.
Go figure, I'll be here, standing here.
Norman Yakayula is a survivor. He spent 8 years at Groenler Hall Residential School in the Northwest Territories.
It is to help people like myself, develop a relationship with their community, relationship to the children.
In Regina, they walk to remember and raise awareness. Survivors and their descendants want to change the narrative of language and cultural extinction because they say, how do you know where you're going when you don't know where you're from? Donna Sound, CTV News, Toronto.
Acclaimed stage and movie actor Michael Gambon has died.
Harry Potter!
Come on, Harry. Gambon was well known for his portrayal of Hogwarts headmaster Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter films. He starred in 6 of the 8 movies after the death of his predecessor Richard Harris in 2002. A family statement says Gambon died in hospital after a bout with pneumonia. He was 82. After the break, the legends of rock. Rolling out the red carpet for the Walk of Fame. This was a one-of-a-kind night for Canadian music. More than a dozen of the most influential rock bands of the 70s and 80s were inducted into the country's Walk of Fame. Here's CTV's John Venevali-Rao on the star-studded event.
You want a piece of my heart?
For those who still have plenty of love for Loverboy, and still haven't forgotten how great Canadian music was in the 70s and 80s, the event was one not to be missed.
It's awesome. It's like it's so exciting, to get all these bands together in one spot.
Bands with hit songs like Chilliwack and Rough Trade being collectively celebrated.
It's great.
Yeah, there's so many great Canadian musicians, so why not honor them?
The organizers behind Canada's Walk of Fame decided to hold a mega induction event. 13 influential homegrown bands being honored at the same time. Musicians who gave us the soundtrack of a generation.
But just between you and me.
From Halifax legends April Wine, the first Canadian band to see one of their videos played on MTV.
I'm happy we're getting the recognition for this country, for all the bands that are here tonight.
The new wave sensation Platinum Blonde, known for their big hits and even bigger hair. And Quebec's Michelle Pagliaro.
70s, 80s, they were great times for music. We were all young and crazy, and now we're still crazy, but a little older.
Many of the bands taking to the stage at Toronto's Massey Hall, offering up a real blast from the past.
I'm so happy to be here. Paul and I started this band 45 years ago, and now they're giving us the big, it's kind of like a lifetime achievement thing. I really appreciate it.
You mean we finally made it?
We finally made it, buddy.
Okay,
good. A reunion of rockers that everyone in the audience sure appreciated too. John Venevali-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
Some favorites of the newsroom tonight. That is our newscast for this Thursday. I'm Heather Butts. For Omar and all of us at CTV National News, thanks for watching. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.